Yes, it works perfectly.
What works perfectly?
Just this little project I've been working on. It's been quite a journey, but I'm really proud of how far it's come. It's a robot that can solve mazes. I programmed it to navigate through complex paths and find the exit efficiently.
Coding. Seems pretty complicated for a Friday night. I mean, don't you ever get tired of staring at the screen?
It's not that bad once you get into it. It's actually quite rewarding when you see your code come to life. It's like solving a puzzle, but you get to create something amazing at the end. Each line of code is a piece of the bigger picture.
I'd rather be at the mall with friends, enjoying some downtime and maybe catching a movie. Not stuck here with a bunch of code. It just seems so tedious and monotonous to me.
Working late, I see. Coding is a wonderful thing. It can take you to amazing places, both literally and figuratively. You know, Emma, some of the most successful people in the world started with just a little bit of code and a big idea.
Like who?
Or the creators of those addictive mobile games you love.
Well, take the founder of your favorite social media app, for instance.
A smoothie, huh? What kind of task are we talking about?
Let's say, making the robot draw a perfect square? Tell you what, Emma, how about we make a deal? I know you've always been curious about coding, but never really took the plunge. I'll teach you some basic coding, and you can try to program this robot to do a simple task. It's not as hard as it looks, and I think you'll find it quite rewarding. If you don't find it at least a little bit interesting, I'll buy you a smoothie. But if you do enjoy it, maybe we can make this a regular thing.
A smoothie, huh? What kind of task are we talking about? I mean, I don't know the first thing about coding.
The scene shifts to later that evening. Emma, initially hesitant, is now deeply engrossed in the world of code. The lines of code on her screen start to make sense, and she begins to see the logic behind them. Under Alex's patient guidance, she's learning the basics of programming. He explains each concept clearly, making sure she understands before moving on to the next. At first, she stumbles. There are syntax errors, logical flaws, and moments of frustration. She feels like giving up, but Alex encourages her to keep going. But with each hurdle overcome, a sense of accomplishment washes over her. She starts to see the beauty in solving problems and creating something from nothing. It's like solving a puzzle, just as Alex had said. Each piece of code fits together to create a bigger picture. Finally, after several attempts, Emma manages to write a program that makes the robot move in a perfect square. She watches in awe as the robot follows her commands. The robot whirs to life, executing her commands with precision. It's a small victory, but it feels monumental to her. Emma can't help but let out a whoop of delight. She realizes that coding is not just about writing lines of code. It's about creating, problem solving, and bringing ideas to life. The joy of creation has taken hold of her, and she can't wait to see what she can build next.
I can't believe it. I actually did it. This is the moment I've been working towards for so long.
That's fantastic, Emma. Your hard work and dedication have truly paid off, you see? Coding is about much more than just lines of text on a screen. It's a way to solve problems and create solutions. It's about bringing your ideas to life, turning your visions into reality.
And it's not just about robots and games, it's about innovation and creativity. Coding is everywhere these days. From the apps on our phones to the software in our cars, it's used to create websites, apps, even to help solve problems like climate change and disease. The possibilities are endless.
Emma's mind races with possibilities. She starts to see the world in a new light. She had never looked at coding this way before. It was like discovering a new superpower. It wasn't just a tedious technical skill. It was a form of expression, a way to communicate ideas. It was a tool, a language, a way to make a real difference in the world. Emma felt empowered, ready to take on new challenges and make a positive impact.